what really matters to Google is whether you're providing Google with an unique SEO friendly article that is easy to read and which has value in it. So basically, the viewer who is landing up on your website or on your article should find some value out of it, and before they go away, they should actually gain something before they actually move out of your blog. Now, I have been using a particular tool that I have really gained a lot of benefit out of it, and my blog articles have been ranking in Google using that particular tool. Now, in this video, I'm exactly going to show you that particular tool that I'm recommending, which I feel that if you are a starter or even if you are not gaining traffic out of your blog, you should definitely use this particular tool, give it a try and see if it works for you as well. So if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and give me a like. Without much ado, let's jump into it. This is Sonit from Techie Trickle. Now, as I was saying, Google actually needs a content that is unique. So you cannot copy, paste and write content. So you must have heard this many a times from different other sources. And that is exactly true. So your content has to be as unique as possible. And also your content should have things that the other content writers or the articles are not actually providing. Now, how will you do that? Now, you can go ahead and hire a SEO friendly writer to write that article for you, but I don't know how much you will gain out of that if they are not using this particular tool, which I have been using for a long time right now, and I feel that all my viewers should actually also give it a try and see if it also helps them out in this SEO journey. Now, there were actually 3 tools which I had tried. One was Phrase, the other was SEO Surfer, and the third one was Market Muse. Now, Phrase I will not recommend because it is not up to par with the other tools, that is the SEO Surfer and the Market Muse. The reason being is, they are a good AI, tool, but it doesn't actually recommend things that SEO Surfer is actually doing. So if I actually hop onto my laptop, then I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if you can see on my laptop, I have the SEO Surfer website on. So this is the site which actually says how you can optimize your content faster than ever. So I already am using it, as I said. So let me log into it and show you exactly what I'm actually meaning. So I'm logged into my SEO Surfer. Now, here what they have is different other options. That is, you have a content editor, you have an audit, you have a content planner, and you have an SEO analyzer and also keyword research. But before I start, I would like to say the keyword research is not so powerful, so I wouldn't recommend you to actually go ahead and do the keyword research from here. There are other actually good tools, so maybe I'll cover those in other separate videos. But what is actually really very strong here is the content editor as well as the audit and the content planner. So if you have this particular tool, then you will be able to create contents around a cluster of a keyword. So what I mean by that? So first, let me go to the content planner. Okay, so in the content planner, if I will show you, for example, let me just take any particular, say for example this one. Okay, so this is some article which I had written. Okay, so if this is the particular keyword, then you can see it actually provides you the cluster of keywords around this particular main primary keyword. So you can see that here it says it's informational, it has shopping, so these are the shopping, so these are the ones that are buying intent. Okay, then you have these as the informational, then again you have these all informational. So just imagine if this was the keyword that you had to write on, and you now have all these keywords out there using which, if you are creating your contents, you actually create a cluster of your articles, right? So I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to mean. So this is something that I feel is really, really powerful. So if I just can, click on this and I give on the 15 keywords, you can see that these are the LSI keywords which I think is very, very powerful, and many of the bigger content writers or the article, or you can say the companies, they are not focusing on, because they are the big bosses, right, the big brothers, and they are having the good authority. And if you feel that you are a blogger and still you are not getting traffic, the reason is because maybe you are not targeting good keywords. Okay, so here you will see that for that particular keyword, it is actually listing out all these keywords which are having a low traffic. So this is 50. So this is the volume of traffic that it is actually saying. But if you add this total, you can see monthly 660 just for these ones. And if they start ranking in Google, then you know that all the traffic you will be able to steal from your other competitors, and you will gain more than 660 here. Okay, so this is just one example, and you can see all of them here. So basically you are writing contents out of these, creating clusters, and then you are publishing onto your website. Now let me come to the content editor. Now in the content editor, so if you are onto the plan that I have, then you get NLP credits here, that is 11 credits every month, and you have the content editor credits as 25 each month, and you will be able to create contents with NLP. So NLP is natural language processing, right? So that is something which is very, very soothing, which is kind of the natural language that the human actually speaks. So you would need those kind of keywords, or you can say the words that will actually should be in your article. Okay, so I have a keyword. So my keyword is Steam Client Bootstrapper. So this is basically about gaming. So I write a lot of things about gaming, so about the Steam. Okay, so let me see. So this is a keyword which maybe I want to target. Okay, now, so first thing what I need to do here is I have to toggle this as NLP. So if I do not toggle it, you can see it will actually fetch you the content editor without the NLP. So if you toggle this on, then the NLP is also on, and once you click this button here, one of your credits from the content editor goes off, and from the NLP as well, and one will go up. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. And then you select the country where you actually want to target, and also mobile or desktop. So these are the two things. Anyone, if you feel, you can actually use mobile or desktop. So let me go ahead and create content editor with NLP and see what actually it brings up. Okay, so you can see here that it is actually searching, and it is preparing the Steam Client Bootstrapper, and it's almost done here. Okay, so it shows with a green tick, and that means it is done. So if I click this, you can see that it will actually prepare the editor. So let's see what it actually has. Okay, so this is the editor that it actually gives us, and you can see here it actually gives a content score. So anything which is in the green range is actually good. Okay, and anything here, it means that your content score is not good, your content is not fully optimized, and you actually need to work on your content to make it optimized. Okay, so if you come below, just see this, how powerful it is. So for this particular keyword, it actually says that how many words you should actually target for. Now, did you find any other tool that actually does this? Yes, Market News actually does that, but the cost of Market News is very high, and if you are a starter, I wouldn't recommend Market News because it is really costly and it can actually pinch your pocket. Okay, now this particular tool is really good. I think it's around $59 or something. I'll show you during the course of this particular video, but then it will not pinch your pocket, and the ROI that actually you will get out of this slowly during the journey is immense. And the main purpose of you actually blogging is to gain traffic, right? That is the first thing before you go into the other parts like ads or into affiliate marketing. So those are the second part, but the first part is to gain traffic. This will actually help you, just trust me guys. I mean, I have been using this for a long time now, and many of my keywords have been ranking 1, 2 and 3, and I'll exactly show you those during this course of this particular video. Okay, so now the next thing is that you get all the words here and what should be your target range. Okay, so it says here that try to use more words. Ideally you should be between 1900 to 2200. Okay, good. Headlines, so it also gives you how many headlines you should be actually targeting. So it should be between 19 to 38. So these should be the number of headlines that should be there in this article. Paragraphs, it says 33 such paragraphs should be there in this article, and as well images, it says 10 to 22 quality images should also be in this article. Now once you know this, there's a next thing that comes up is, so these are basically the words that should be there in your article. Okay, so it actually lists out all the words that should be there here, okay, and how many times it suggests that it should be there. So this is really wonderful. So just imagine Steam client. So it says that it should be around 23 to 37 times in your article. So around in your article you should actually use this word naturally 23 times or more in your article. Then maybe this word should be 1 to 3 times. So you get these suggestions here. Not necessarily that you have to actually target, you have to stuff keywords here 3 times. If you feel that your content should only have once, please go ahead and use only once. That is absolutely fine. So this is something that the AI tool suggests, but you do not need to actually meet the maximum. Okay, but at least the minimum that it is saying, you should actually try to use it. But again, sometimes what happens is you do not get a position or place to actually even meet the minimum, like say 2 it says, but at least if you have used it once, it's still good, right? I mean, it is suggesting something to use and you know what to actually use rather than not using that. Okay, so in this all these words, you find the NLP words are 77. So 77 of these are natural NLP words out there. So basically you should go ahead and use all of this. But again, I will like to just highlight here is sometimes when you have started using this tool, all of the words might not be correct. Okay, because it's a robot, right? It's an AI. So it gives you a place here like this. If you see this gear here, if you click this gear, you can go right at the bottom here and then you can see these words here. Okay, so if you feel that any of the words should be ignored, you can go ahead and actually ignore that. For example, if I want this to be ignored, then I can go ahead and click this. Okay, and then if I move the mouse here, you can say ignore. Okay, so if I do this, then this word is ignored and it gets added under the ignore terms. Although I will not actually ignore this. Okay, so let me just put it back. Okay, so that I'll show you the ignored terms that I have used here. So you can see these are the ignored terms that are there. For example, you can see guide, steps, sticks. I mean, these are some things that are not necessarily true to be there in your article. So if you can go ahead and teach the AI how to recommend these words to you, you will get more refined keywords. So first, when you're starting off, if you get these words, don't get surprised and just think, oh, I mean, it is just giving me garbage. No, it might be giving you some of the words as garbage, but then you have to teach AI also how it should recommend back to you. So once you put these under ignore terms, these will not come back to you. Okay, so I come here and then you see that these are the ones it says it's recommending that you can use them as your headline. So you should have one headline as Steam Client Bootstrapper, then also something as Steam Client. But then again, if you feel that this shouldn't be, then you can also go ahead and mark this term to be not as heading as well. So it also has those, and also with that it will give you lots of suggestions below which you can go ahead and add it. So for example, I want to restart my computer. Okay, so I want to include this in my guidelines, so I can just mark this word. Okay, and you can see that this word will come here. Okay, now how it helps is, if you are not writing this content on your own and you're giving it to another VA or your content writer, freelance content writer, to write this, you can actually share this. So if you're watching my other videos in this particular playlist, you will see that in Jarvis I said that they need to have something which they will be able to share, okay, with the other content writers. Okay, so I'll show you exactly what I actually mean that. Okay, so I click on let's go, and you find this button here as share. So if you click this, then you can see that it gives you a clickable link that you can copy, and it creates a Word document out of it, and you can then share that with any other person you feel that it should be shared with. Now this particular feature is not available in Jarvis, so I feel that Jarvis should also have this kind of a feature with which you can quickly copy and share with whoever you want. Okay, now I go back to this settings here, that is the gear button, okay, and show you other things here. So I'm into this organic competitors, and here you can see what all competitors are there who are actually ranking for that particular keyword. Okay, and also with this what you will get is you will get a content score. So for example, this particular website, this is a quite authority website. If you see in Ahrefs or in other keyword tools, you would see that Apple's is a very authoritative website. Now you can see their content score is around 68, which is awesome. Okay, so basically what it means is they are definitely using SEO Surfer or Market News. So these are the either of these two that they are actually using. Otherwise, it's very difficult for you to actually have a content score of so high optimization. And here if you see what.org, they are actually having 74, and you can also make your content which is better than this. But again, you can see the authority here, it says 7, so 7 means is pretty high, 1 means pretty low. So you can see that there is a website that is having a low authority and which is also ranking in Google at position number 5. Okay, and that's possible. So they have optimized their content to make sure that it is ranking. And on top of that, definitely you need to also have backlinks and all those things, which I'm not going to cover here. But what my focus here is that your content needs to be friendly enough for Google to actually understand. And also, do not think that if you just copy paste contents from here, write it there and use those words, okay, you'll be able to rank. No, I'm sorry, you will not be able to rank. Your content has to be better than these ones, and also it has to use these words that it is recommending, these terms that it is recommending inside your content to ensure that your content is actually ranking in Google. Now, another feature that it gives here is, if you do not want your content or your words to be of 1900, you want to remove this, and let me copy this before I actually change this. And you want to make it lesser or greater, you also have that option. So for example, I want to make it 1000, then you will see the ratio and the proportion with which the headings, paragraphs and images are also changing. So let me make it 1000 here, and you can see the headlines changes, the paragraphs and images also changes with that. So let me go back and remove that. Okay, yeah. And also it gives you the topics and questions. So these are the topics and questions. If you come below, you would find what people ask and what your competitors are actually ranking for. So your competitors are using these questions in their articles. So better you also use similar kind of questions. You find out from Google. I'll show you in different other videos. Just comment below and let me know if you want to know how you can find those unique type of questions which Google will actually love to have contents about. Okay, and that is how this is actually helping. Okay, and with this, Surfer is also providing some questions recommendation. So these are the questions that Surfer is actually recommending. Now I showed you all the things that were there here, so let me just click go, and here if I come to the content editor here, you would see here that it has all the headings. So basically, just imagine this: you have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4. So these are all H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6, and you have the normal paragraphs. So if you actually make your content like this, put it here, and you frame it here, all you just need to do is you just have to use this and put it in your blog post. That's all, and then you are ready to actually go ahead and publish that. But the only thing which I do not like here is the images, this thing, the alt one. So here, if you just put the images, you cannot actually use the images and paste it here. So you would have to use the images. There will be a placeholders so which you can use it. So I'll just show you one of my articles. So here, so if you put the images, you have to put the alt tag like this. Okay, so you have to put the names here, you have to paste your images here, and then it will count under your images. So for this article that you can see, I have optimized my article to 85. So I have used all these terms that you can see here, which is recommending, as I said, you can either go till the maximum level or you can actually hit the minimum what it is actually saying. Now for example, this one I was not able to put it in my article, so be it. So I was not able to use it. But again, there are terms. For example, 2 speakers, I could only meet 2 times and not even the minimum that it is saying. But it is good that I have actually used it 2 times rather than not using it even for once. Okay, so that's how I have used it, and you can see I have actually made it 85. And when I have this published in Google, definitely there could be a possibility that this particular article will start ranking into Google, because I have made sure that the article is very unique. So if I go to the plans, you can see here that it says the basic one, it says is 49.2, then the pro is 82.5. okay, so that's the dollar per month you have to use. So I was in the previous plan, so I was using it under 59. So let me show you my plan. So if I go to my billing, you can see it's $59 that it is actually charging. Okay, now here this plan, this amount has reduced, so this is 15 queries that you will get under 49.5, and you will get a content editor, but you will not get the NLP with this. So with the pro version, that is $82.5 per month, you get the NLPs. So as I'm saying, it's better to invest early, because these prices might go high as when they start polishing and improving their tool, the SaaS tool, they will start increasing their prices per month. And if I go out of that plan right now, I will have to again take 82.5. So my recommendation is try for 82.5, and I can assure you, if you are honest in your writing and if you make unique contents but you are not able to rank into Google, the only thing that is actually not helping you is that you are not optimizing your content. So the way you can do that is by using SEO Surfer. Okay, and I have my affiliate link here, which is showing up right now on your screen. So I would get a kickback if you actually choose to use it through my affiliate link, but it will not cost you anything extra to actually go ahead and start using the SEO Surfer. Now I know SEO Surfer in and out, so if you feel any questions or you have any questions, please comment below and I'll try to answer them. And I know many of the guys in SEO Surfer, and if I do not know, I'll try to get the questions answered from them. So till the next time, bye bye.